Hello, everyone. We are back again with another podcast with Mohammed Hussein. We are going to talk about a new topic he brought for us. Mohammed Hussein, welcome.
So, first of all, hello to everyone and to Saeed. Thanks for having me. It is, again, such a pleasure to just be given this chance to have
You
this
don't have any
conversation.
stress anymore because I remember the first session you were here, you had stress.
Yes, I was like,
Yeah,
but now
so
it
now
is
you're good.
better. So, that's a relief. And Saeed, since you are a little bit speechless in the topic about the topic of marriage,
yeah.
I just decided to change it a little bit to just white marriage, since from my point of
Wow,
view,
a
it
big
is so
difference.
controversial.
No, a big difference, marriage and white marriage.
Yes, they're like opposite. Yes, but
No,
I
they're
think
not opposite. I mean, they are the same somehow.
no, they're not the same
Okay,
from the
good.
beginning.
Good. Okay, let me just pass the ball to you. What is white marriage?
Exactly. The first question that I was gonna ask you, that I was about to ask you was,
But I asked first.
can you define the white marriage? But from my point of view, it is a kind of marriage, a form of marriage that, in which there is no consummation, in which there is no marriage license. And I think this is what makes it a little bit, we have talked about
They're not
commitment.
legally married, just this.
Yes, and the thing is, maybe this makes people not be committed to one another. Do you agree?
What is commitment?
Commitment is just to choose only one person to just live with, to have an affair with, and etc.
To
etc.
live with, not have an affair. But the question is, okay,
At
what
the
is...
same time, you live, you have an affair. Yes, it is a part of. Yeah.
Yes, you have other people. Yeah, good. Okay. So, when you live with someone and you are legally or illegally, whether it is documented or not, you're living with one person. So, what's the difference?
The thing is, maybe the time that you sign those papers and the
Why
time
do you think? Why do you
that
think signing a contract? I call it contract.
Exactly.
Why do you think signing a contract obligates you to just do something?
And the time that you do so and also exchange vows, I think this makes you a little bit responsible for your life, for someone's life, yes? But the time that there is
First,
nothing,
let me just disagree with the first premise. Why do you think you should be responsible for someone's life? Why don't you think that you should be responsible for your commitment?
no, you're supposed to, the time that you're responsible for someone, you
I know,
are responsible for commitment too.
Yes, but I see a masculine figure who thinks that just he needs to go out, hunt, and bring home the food for the wife who is just waiting. We are not living in that era. So why do you find yourself that masculine power who is just providing for the partner?
Maybe my point of view is a little bit old school, but the thing is,
It is old-fashioned mostly,
sometimes
I call it.
yes, or old fashioned, but the thing is, maybe it is a part of me that has been always obsessed with living 50 years ago or so. Because
that you want to provide for someone.
Exactly. This is just because at that time there wasn't any cutting edge technology, there wasn't any social media like Instagram, Telegram, WhatsApp, etc., etc. And people focus on themselves in person because the only chance they've had to just, for example, get along was just to meet one another, to pay a visit in person and then get to know. Yes. And these days, sorry, Said, I'm so sorry for interrupting you. But these days, the thing is, maybe I suppose people are not committed because of the reason, are not responsible. Yes, because of the reason. Yes, that I've brought up.
Maybe.
Do you agree?
But generally speaking, when you're committed to the contract, legal contract, you can be committed to those words you just share with each other that, okay, I like to be with you. That legal contract is just obligating a person. I mean, it is a force above a person, but why do you need a force? We see that lots of judiciary system is abundant with lots of people who are just breaking the rules, breaking these deals. So why we see nowadays lots of men and women are getting divorced. So I suppose that obligation cannot keep people. I mean, cannot force people to stay. So why do we need that obligation to force people to just legally getting married? They can be with each other without any just force.
Can I say something?
Yes, of course.
The thing is, people, especially these days, are unreliable. You can't count on whatever that is.
Okay, this is the point. No matter they are just
mouth.
signing a contract or not, they are not going to stay with you.
Yes, maybe that ends in divorce.
You know, but
that's worse.
The only difference is that when you're signing a contract, you are bringing the system, judiciary system, in between, and sometimes they need to decide for you. So which one is better? You decide for your relationship. I mean, you two decide for your relationship, or someone else.
Yes, exactly. Maybe, if people were more, again, committed, were more responsible for at least the things that come out of their mouth, maybe I would 100% agree with white marriage.
You cannot.
This is what I like, seriously. White marriage is my preference. But sometimes I think maybe this just contract, these vows they exchange, can make them more, actually. Can make them be.
It is
there
like
for
it
one
is
another.
like, for example, the girl has a father who is just a mafia leader, and the girl says, okay, if you make friend with me and if you just leave me alone, my dad is going to come and kill you. The husband, the boyfriend, whatever, is going to just continue the relationship, not because of the girl, it is because of the father of the girl, right? So do you think that is a healthy relationship?
Yes, I agree. Now, as I think about it, I think that was a common misconception that I've had. But the thing is, yes, as you, for example, get married, you have lots of people's noses that they stick their actually noses into your life. Yes, they tell you what to do. And as soon as you get married, I think you may hear this, that they may start telling you, pushing you, or no, not pushing you, encouraging you to have children.
To have child, yeah.
Yes, to have children.
It is like
That's
they are
ridiculous.
in a just shitty loop, and they want you to just enter that loop. And after you are just under all those, I call them misery, some other people may disagree, you start just pushing people to have the same kind of thing.
Exactly.
But it is the life. I have a question. Will you?
Can I ask you a
question?
No,
Yeah,
don't
please.
ask.
Okay.
Don't question me. It's
okay,
hard.
what is it?
The question that I think it is really beautiful, seriously, we can talk about it a lot, is what factors may cause a couple to choose white marriage over a traditional one?
It's a multivariable question. I don't have a single answer for that, but people who have bad experiences about previous relationships, or people who had some bad experiences about the families that they are interfering and other things, maybe they don't like it. Or I don't know, people who had some problems with the systems, judiciary system again, maybe they have some problems, they don't want to go through it. And there are lots of different things they don't want to be. It is not about not being committed. It's all about you were hurt. You don't want to experience that again.
That's, really, as you said, it was really upsetting the thing is, I hard agree with all you said, every word that came out of your mouth, because you're right. People's experience, people's even acquaintances, including their family members, their close friends, etc., etc., these all can turn them into a pessimistic person.
Yes,
They
of
will,
course.
they will be reluctant to have marriage, to enter a serious marriage, because they're always obsessed with the consequences. Am I right?
Yep,
Do you
of
agree?
course.
And you wanted to ask me a question.
Will you
Now,
marry a girl who has a father who is a mafia leader? Why are you laughing?
maybe if I were in love with that girl, I mean, was super
Super in love with that.
attracted to her, maybe yes, I would. But I'm always cautious. I should be always cautious in that
Yes,
case.
of
Yes,
course.
should always watch my back.
Yes. It was very nice having you, Muhammad Hussein, and thank you.
Thank you so much for having me. It was such a pleasure, an honor to just be here,
Thank you.
to be
Thank
given
you.
this chance. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye
Bye
bye.
bye. Bye bye.